You think your biggest problem is a lack of discipline. You're wrong.
Your biggest problem is your mouth. Your biggest mistake isn't failing, it's telling the world that you are trying. You announce your goals. You post the aesthetic morning routine. You tell your friends about the empire you're going to build. And every time you do, you lose. You bleed out your drive before the battle even begins. If you want to become unrecognizable, if you want to actually build something that outlasts your fragile ego, you have to do the one thing terrifies you the most. You have to disappear. We are living in a psychological cage of cheap praise. The modern world has engineered a system where you are rewarded for the illusion of work rather than the work itself. When you tell someone your plan, your brain releases a hit of dopamine. It is the exact same chemical reward you get from actually achieving the goal. Your brain cannot tell the difference between the applause for the idea and the applause for the execution. So, you feel accomplished, you feel like a king, but you haven't laid a single brick. You are an architect of castles in the sky, standing in a swamp of your own mediocrity. This is the trap of the ambitious amateur. You crave the validation of people who are not going where you are going. You want them to look at you and say, "Wow, he's really grinding." But the masters? The ones who have crossed the fire and built empires in the dark? We do not care about your announcements. When you operate in the light, you invite the world's variables into your life. You invite their doubts. You invite their hidden jealousy. You invite their comfort. And comfort is the assassin of ambition. To break the cage, you must starve the beast. You must strip away the audience. Because when no one is watching, that is when we find out who you actually are. This is the Ghost Protocol. It is not a 30-day challenge. It is a fundamental rewiring of your existence. There are 4 stages. Execute them without emotion. Stage 1. Kill the broadcast. Cut the feed. No more updates. No more hustle quotes on your stories. No more telling your family what you are working on. If someone asks what you are doing, you look them in the eye and say, "Just working. Nothing more." You must create a vacuum of information. People will assume you fell off. Let them. Let them think you failed. Let them think you gave up. The ego will scream to defend itself. Let it scream. Let your ego burn to ash. You do not need it anymore. Stage 2. The silent architecture. Motivation is a myth for the weak. You are now a decision architect. You do not wake up and decide what to do. The choices have already been made. You will design a daily routine with the cold precision of a machine. Wake, train, work, eat, sleep. No variables. No negotiation. When you remove the audience, the work becomes sterile. It will not feel sexy. It will feel like laying bricks in the freezing rain. Good. That is the feeling of reality. You will bleed and cry in the shadows where no one can hear you. You will face your own incompetence without the buffer of a cheering section. Stage 3. The attrition phase. This is where 99% of people break. Around month 2, the isolation will become deafening. The dopamine withdrawals will hit you like a physical illness. You will want to reach out. You will want to post one small victory just to feel seen. Do not. This is the fire. This is where the old, weak version of you is burned away. You must sit in the absolute terror of anonymity. If you are not recognized, do you even exist? Yes, you exist in the work. The only metric of your reality is the output you generate today. Let the silence forge you. Embrace the starvation. Stage 4. The apex routine. You push through the attrition. The silence is no longer a punishment. It is your ultimate weapon. You realize that distraction is just an unmanaged mind. You are no longer fighting yourself. The work simply flows because there is no alternative. You have optimized your environment so perfectly that success is just a mathematical inevitability.
When you finally emerge from the dark, you will not be the same person who went in. The boy who needed a pat on the back is dead. In his place is a phantom of execution. Let me be clear about what this transformation actually looks like. It is not a parade. It is not a sudden, overwhelming burst of happiness. It is a cold, sobering realization of your own power. When you reconnect with the world, you will immediately notice the noise. You will look at society and see everyone frantically dancing for cheap attention. You will watch your old friends complain about the exact same problems they had a year ago, and you will feel nothing but a quiet detachment. The validation you used to beg for? It will now feel completely worthless to you, almost offensive. You will walk into rooms and the energy will shift. Competence has a gravity to it. You won't need to speak a single word about what you've done, because your results will scream for you. People will look at the architecture you built in the shadows and assume you got lucky. They will assume you are a natural genius. They will try to find your shortcut. They will ask what your secret is. They will ask what pill you took, what network you tapped into, or what hack you discovered. They won't understand that the secret was the suffering. The secret was the thousands of hours of unglamorous, silent agony. The secret was waking up to a dark room and doing the work when every cell in your body begged for comfort. You will no longer seek permission to exist because you possess the ultimate armor. Undeniable competence. You will look at the loud, chaotic world with the calm, unblinking eyes of an apex predator. You don't need to roar. You don't need to explain yourself. You simply exist, and you conquer. You will have mastered the ultimate stoic truth. You control the inputs. The universe bends to the outputs. The video is ending. The dopamine from my words is already fading. Your hand is probably reaching for the next video, seeking another hit of fake motivation. Stop. Shut off the screen. Step into the shadows. Lock the door behind you. We will see who you are in 6 months. Disappear.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to show your support. It's the best way to help the channel grow. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Go forth and do great things.